Hi guys. So yes, we're going to talk about coronavirus, and I forewarn you, it's going to be in a way that is perhaps not expected and certainly not talked about. But before I do that, I want to share a story about a child in Canada. This is maybe 3 years ago, who went to the dentist for a routine filling or something, and came back paralyzed because of an allergic reaction to the anesthetic. I don't know exactly what it was, but long story short, she was paralyzed, and her parents had to quit their jobs and be with her full time to take care of her, or one of them did. I can't remember, but I think it was both. In any case, I use that story as an example because parents had to quit their job, whatever, and really properly take care of this child. And I see that in a way like we pay attention to me. Now this is gonna become more clear in a second. Bear with me though, bear with me, okay? I heard that story, saw it on the news, and since that time I've thought over and over again, like, it took this girl, this young, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years old, this child going paralyzed for her parents to stop and pay attention to her. And working with young people all the time, this is the very thing that's needed. Children need attention, because when we don't give it to them as children, we turn into adults that are needy and ask for attention, and then do it in ways that are much harder to balance out later on. Yes, and I talk about, like, if we don't get what we need in our formative years, then we turn to alcohol and drugs and other people to fix our problems, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Anyways, so my thought was, like, wouldn't it be amazing, me and my world, wouldn't it be amazing if, everyone just stopped? Everyone just stopped and paid attention. Like, if families had to spend time together at home without anything, without internet, without, sort of extracurricular stuff. And this has been my thought. I've expanded on that thought in the last months while I've been in school, and actually with random people that I meet and get into conversation with them. And the sort of question I've been asking is, what if, you woke up tomorrow morning and there was a message on your mobile phone saying, listen, and to the kids I say, you don't have to go to school anymore, everything's taken care of, and everyone's gotten the same message, your parents have got the same message, they are fine, everything's fine, so now what? What do you do? What do you do with your life? I've posed that question to adults too, as I was saying, random people that I meet and friends, whatever. So it's interesting now that a couple of days ago, I was stood at a bus stop waiting for the bus, and a message came through that I thought I understood. It was in Slovak, so I just turned around to the lovely person beside me and I asked her exactly what it said, and the message did say, in fact, that if you have symptoms of corona, do not come to the hospital, to call instead, and we'll go from there, because we're in preventative measures right now, and I've just learned that all the schools have shut down as well as universities. So interestingly enough, everything's stopping. Parents have to be at home with their kids, or someone's got to be at home with the kids, and this is just sort of stage one. It's an opportunity. Now here we go. This is what I want to say, and this is, I recognize this is going to be a far stretch for some of you, but I finally have the courage to do this because I know that there are more people out here that are thinking along the same lines, and it's just time to speak up. So I view the coronavirus as a blessing in disguise, in fact. And allow me to describe it this way. I'm sure you've experienced somebody, or perhaps yourself, who undergoes, who is faced with adversity in the form of a health in the form of illness, disease, or, you know, whether it's a heart attack or a stroke or something. And it takes that person, that very thing, for them to wake up to themselves, to their lives. And, you know, when they come out of the hospital, whatever, they're a changed person. They've decided to live rather than just kind of go with the flow of life and, oh, I'll deal with that later or whatever. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. If you can think of the entire planet like your body, okay, and your body is made up of trillions and gajillions and, you know, all cells, right? So now that's your body. Now think about the Earth as a body, and each one of us being the cells. And there are places in the world right now, as we all know, China is most talked about, and Italy, where there are, for lack of a better way of saying it, tumours within the body of Earth. Now, please don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Chinese people or Italian people are tumorous. I'm saying that those areas of the Earth, China and Italy, have big tumors. Okay, and so the body of the Earth, each one of us being a cell of the Earth that make up the Earth, the rest of us who are unaffected physically as yet, because we're all affected. We are a collective. We know what's going on to whatever extent we choose to pay attention to media. And what I really want to say is this. So like the person who has a heart attack and then wakes up, we're there right now. We're like stage 4 cancer, the rest of the Earth, and it's time to wake the fuck up. That's what I want to say. Sorry, my bad. Forgive me for cursing just there. But it's really time. This is a brilliant wake-up call, and that's why I see this as a blessing in disguise. We haven't ourselves faced a heart attack just yet, but it's coming if we don't wake up and start paying attention. So step 1 is schools are here in Bratislava. Schools have been shut down and kids are at home. So please pay attention to your children. This is the time. I was just speaking to a dear friend of mine who said, you know, I've been wanting to plant these couple of trees for the last few months. That's what I'm going to do with my kids. We're going out for a bike ride later on, blah, 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 whatever. I know your lives are going to be affected. You can't go to work and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? Maybe this is the exact thing that we need, because otherwise we're just continuing to perpetuate what's always been going on. And if you're, you know, not thriving, if you're not happy in your life, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the change that we need to wake up. So look, and another beautiful thing is the opportunity here to create communities. You can't go to the hospital and you don't have any, you know, maybe your neighbor's a doctor or something, but in any case, talk to your neighbors, get familiar with each other. You know, we might come to a point where we're in complete lockdown like in Italy, and we're gonna need to knock on each other's doors for food or for water, for something. You know, let's really come together through this. We have the opportunity to, and that's, you know what, you know, as this is going on, as this is moving on, I'm thinking about 9/11 and when the World Trade Centers went down, and how you know, it's proven there are scientific measurements. There are scientists who measure the sort of heartbeat of the Earth, or the emotions of the Earth and what's going on. I know I'm not saying this in such a scientific manner, but I'll find the details and I'll link it below for anyone who really wants to see, really needs to see. But it was recorded that about 15 minutes after the first plane hit the World Trade Center, there was this sort of resonance, this spike in the Schumann resonance, that people were really coming together as a collective. We have that opportunity right now. Instead of separation and division, let's come together, guys. Let's do this. Let's act out of love and not fear. I think I heard the other day that there was a man Eastern Slovakia who showed up at a grocery store in a hazmat suit, and he took 3 carts and loaded one with toilet paper, another with water, and another one with food. And I really get the sense that that's just media hype, you know, that was an actor, whatever. And even if it's not, you know, just there are things out there that are going to scare the crap out of you, and we've just got to be bigger than that. So if, as best as you can, tune out of the mainstream media, you know, pop in like once a day to see what's going on, and otherwise just be with your family. You know, just stick together and start working as a community with those people that are closest around you. Let's make the best of this. You know, what else have we got to do? Other things are going to stay the same, and they can't. Things can't go on as they have been going on. So anyways, I leave you with this. I wish you very well. Stay close to your heart. Stay close to your heart. Okay? Time for me to go and continue walking in the sunshine. Lots of love.